Yo, what's good? Welcome back to another Gold-Blooded podcast. A bit of a bittersweet one because it is a regular episode for most people who just watch on YouTube, but for people on playback, it is the last episode on this platform. Now, you may be asking, why the hell is it the last episode on the platform? Honestly, it's a lot. And if you want to know why, the last VOD, which will be this one, just go check out the first like 20-ish minutes, 30-ish minutes. And yeah, man, it's a lot, but we still move
But you
forward.
gotta do that before Friday, because
6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time.
no
Yeah,
guarantees.
yeah.
It'll still
Because
be there.
once this video comes out and you were one of the first people to watch it and you want to know why, just go to playback at Friday at 6. Once it hits Friday 6 p.m., site's gone. So you type in playback.
Well, we don't know. We'll just leave it at we don't know what the site is gonna be beyond that point.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I just peeped the title. That's insane work. Anyways, though, like I said, welcome back to another episode. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on post notifications to be notified when we next upload as well. The channel won't go away. I can promise you that. Uploads will still be here. And we'll always talk about Pat Spencer's greatness, as we will continue to talk about him later in the episode. But only a few games to cover, about 3 games or so. So I feel like we should just get straight into them. Denver, Gifted Man, how are we doing on this fine day, bro?
Doing good. It's been cold out here, obviously, with everything that's happening. I'm eager for what's to come of this new year that is coming up and how we close out this month. But I'm excited. In terms of the Warriors, I've liked what we've seen without Steph Curry. It's been quite the experience, right? A lot of 10-point quarters, but I feel like we're possibly getting somewhere. So I like that.
Yeah, I agree. Denver, man, talk to me.
I'm doing about as well as I could hope for given the circumstances. But yeah, man. Let's talk about Pat Spencer.
I mean, yeah, but if you want to talk about one of the greatest basketball players ever played basketball, I mean, let's do it. Like, that's me. I don't mind. But firstly, we'll start off obviously in Philadelphia, where the first of 3 games we're covering today, and a 99-98 loss. But in this game, honestly, it was a bit of a slugfest. The Warriors scored only 10 points in the first quarter, was a bit underwhelming. Not even a bit, was extremely underwhelming. But in the third quarter, I want to say had one of their best third quarters of the season. I mean, it's been a story of this road trip about comebacks. It's been a story of this road trip about kind of maintaining yourself and fighting to stay in games as well. And they've managed to do such. So I think excellent job from the Warriors in that regard, but an unfortunate loss. But talk to me about this game, guys, because obviously it was a very slow paced game. The Warriors defense was great, but the offense was one of the worst I've ever seen in quite some time. So what did you guys think of that game in particular? Obviously, Pat Spencer's performance we'll talk about, but there is a key player or key players, I should say, who were sitting out in crunch time. So what did you guys think of the performance?
I mean, I'm going to just get to it. Jonathan Kuminga, be shitty. Both of them were not there down the stretch. And we look like a better team. I was rolling. I was rolling with it. And I got to say, man, Patrick Spencer running the offense, he legitimately went from a guy that we said, okay, when he's in, we know the game is over. We know this stream that we're doing right now, up or down, can end right now, and we're fine. He went from that to the floor general running the legitimate offense where we're actually saying, get the ball back to Pat Spencer. Like, that's the reality that we're currently living in. And in this Philly game, he was really, really good, hitting big shot. I'm talking like gutsy fadeaways from his frame. And he's playing with the confidence that Shohei Ohtani seems to not have. So that's my main takeaway.
Facts. Fuck Shohei Ohtani.
For me, it was it was quite the fourth quarter, man. I said it in real time. I was like, this might be like the most telling fourth quarter I think I've ever seen, especially with these 2 guys in particular, because like, bro, it's literally both of them didn't play the fourth quarter, and we went on a massive run. Like, like you don't want to be like too nasty about it, but it gets to a point where it's like, okay, bro, we gotta be honest about something. We gotta take a step back and kind of look at what's going on here, man.
Bro, you right, because even we'll talk about the games later, of course, but it gets worse as the games continue. To be honest with you, but in the Philly game in particular, I believe that was Melton game first game back, right?
Yeah.
That was
Yeah,
Melton.
yeah.
Yeah, I think he had a great game, solid. I think he played solid defense on Maxi for some possessions. He looked good for a guy coming off of an ACL injury. So that was a good thing. I thought Guy Santos in that game was excellent. Quinton Post in that game was amazing, in my opinion, defensively as well. He has been kind of like our savior since Draymond has went out, arguably our best
Definitely.
player since Draymond has went out. And you can see it in the way he's been anchoring the Warriors defense. I mean, the 2-point percentages for teams when Quinton Post is in the game isn't really the greatest right now. And you can see it when it comes to him being able to deny shots at the basket, get rebounds. And I'm glad Steve Kerr is starting to use him more as a center to play drop coverage more, a bit more of a lower drop where he can anchor, more people can tag and recover. And then that way, when people are at the basket, they're denying shots at the rim instead of just basically playing everyone's switch and there's no backline help outside of Draymond. Um, but honestly, like it's pretty crazy to me. Like for Pat Spencer to be shout out to Spiral, a number one draft pick in the league and in lacrosse, and to come into the NBA
Number one, man.
and be outplaying a top 10 and a top 18 pick is insane to me. Like that's something you would never think of at all. Being a dual athlete and outperforming a lottery pick and an 18th pick, in which both picks were deemed as very good pickups for the Warriors given their profiles coming into the league. So it's pretty crazy to me, man. I want to give his flowers, Merrill. He was screaming, "I'm that motherfucker," on in Philadelphia after hitting that big three. We'll talk about this game. He didn't pull up this early till the game after, but
Yeah, for
but
sure.
we'll talk about that game as well. But he was great, man. I can't lie. I even though it was a loss and the end game was a bit annoying, which I actually am going to ask Denver about because that really pissed him off. It was a great effort from the Warriors not having a lot of their starters. But since before we move on and talk about Cleveland and the other games as well, Denver, man, how did you feel watching the Warriors not be able to inbound the ball for 30 minutes? What was going through your mind?
Well, the first couple inbounds were just I don't know. It was it happens, but the third inbound in particular, or the last one that led to the turnover that ultimately led to us losing the game. The ball was clearly gonna go to DeAnthony Melton, and then for
Mhm.
whatever reason, this dude Chavano Heald just runs in front of the ball. Ball doesn't get to where it's supposed to, and the Sixers are just able to pick it up, and now it's a turnover.
Yeah.
Here, hold on. I gotta actually. Here, hold on. I think I gotta pull it up because it's like it actually is so crazy. He just runs in front of the pass, bro.
Yeah,
I mean,
man.
he literally did. Like I remember him. It was like the ball, you just seen it, and I'm like, oh, Melton's about to catch this. I just see Beal. I said Beal. I see Buddy Hield running 30 miles per hour and just going to grab the ball and just going, let me catch this. And he doesn't even catch the ball. He just drops it, and then VJ Edgecombe picks it up. So like, I don't know, man. It's actually it's pretty crazy to me. I'm not gonna lie. But like I said, unfortunate. We even got the ball towards the end of the game. A Hail Mary pass thrown by Buddy Hield, I believe, to DeAnthony Melton, who I thought had a pretty good look at a layup. But shout out to VJ and Tyrese, who double blocked it basically towards the end of the game
Yeah,
to
that
get
was
a
crazy.
and seal the game as well. Even defensively, we got a stop from Tyrese Maxey, but excuse me, we're able to get the rebound. So for me, it was like, yeah, it was a valiant effort, but again, still late game execution was a bit of an issue for us, and it cost us the game, quite frankly. But here's the clip of us not being able to inbound. You can clearly see the ball's about to go to Melton. Clearly, like when I say clear as day, right there, the ball is supposed to be going to Melton. You can see it trying to go to Melton. And Buddy Hield brings his defender instead of staying in the backcourt because it would have been clearly Melton receiving the ball, 2 free throws, and we would have been fine.
I
But
think worst case from that clip, like even if he doesn't corral it, it would have still went in his general area to where he would still be closer to the ball. He would have grabbed it. The fact that Buddy Hield brought his defender over made them both make contact with the ball, so they lose it.
Exactly, and that's why he got possessions because Buddy Hield came in the vicinity of where the ball was. But unfortunate loss. Again, I'm not really too mad at it per se. We were really short-handed, and most of the game we weren't even in it. We just ended up storming and coming back because of Pat Spencer, Quinton Post, Guy Santos, Will Richard, DeAnthony Melton, all these guys who helped us mount a massive comeback, but it came up short, just like in OKC. But we continued to move because there was a bit of a sign of hope with someone like Pat Spencer coming into play and playing the way he's been playing the past few games. And we go into Cleveland, where for the most part they're actually been healthy, and they just got Garland back. Donovan Mitchell's been excellent. Evan Mobley, solid player. No Jared Allen, but for the most part had a pretty clean roster in terms of no injuries and massive, massive players missing outside of Jared Allen. And the Warriors win. The Warriors win a massive game. And when I say massive, I mean a very massive game, holding another team to under 100 points again. Like in the past 3 games, Philly, Cleveland, and Chicago, no team has been able to score more than 98 points. And the 98 points was in Philly. So everyone else was 94. And then we'll talk about Chicago with 91. But the Warriors defense has been evident. And I just want to talk about it quickly. What have you guys seen this road trip, this season, even without Draymond, that's allowing us to play defense at this level? Because currently I believe we're a top 5 defense in the NBA as it stands. And I don't believe it's fake because we're doing this without our best defender, Draymond Green. Some of our wings were missing. So clearly there's some
We're tied for second.
for defense in the NBA?
Yeah.
No.
Wait, we're tied for second? Wait.
Oh, 1 second. Hold on.
Wait, so there's like a 4-way tie for
Is there a 4-way tie?
No, it's just us in Houston.
Oh, so our defense got even off the Bulls game.
Oh my God, we are the third best defense in the NBA. My goodness.
Wow, that's crazy.
6-point disparity between third and first. This is insane, bro. I'm be honest.
That last Bulls game, we W. Okay. Wow. I think to your question, KB, on like what I've been able to notice, it's so weird to me because it's like I'm watching these games and I'm like, sometimes I feel like we're leaving people open. They're missing threes. But I think the key difference with our defense right now, at least, is I think the help side has been way better. Quinton Post has been improving game by game on defense. And his current stretch, in my opinion, is the best defensive stretch he's had of not only the season, but his career as a pro. And I think that like the size with that is helping. I also think it's no coincidence. As soon as D-Mill starts playing, I want to give D-Mill a ton of credit, man. Because listen, I know Tyrese Maxey on paper fried him. But in terms of like trying hard on defense, like he gave us a lot in those spots. And I think it opened up a lot of, I would say, other players to have more energy to also play defense. So I've been liking to see that. I also think our rebounding got better, especially in that Cavs game. I mean, dude, I'm sorry, the Cavs just couldn't get a board at times. And that was against us, and we didn't have the size. So I love to see that. I think those are probably the 2 key ingredients for why our defense has looked a lot better.
I mean, I agree. I think in terms of Quinton, I just want to continue off that point because I mentioned him earlier. Quinton has been very good for us. And obviously, he's been getting some level of scrutiny in terms of his play because offensively, it's been a bit underwhelming, especially when it comes to his shooting. But I feel like he's making it up tremendously with his defense. Like, there's a lot of possessions where we're ending off with either a post defensive rebound, which is huge, which have been a Warriors issue because of the lack of size, or post just being a very good shot denier at the basket in terms of like, not like just blocking shots, but legitimately just stopping the momentum of people getting easy looks at the basket. I feel like there's a bit better resistance in terms of the POA as well. And guys have just been rotating. You can tell the Warriors have been more in a string as of late because there wasn't jumping out to random shooters. There wasn't just overplaying things. They knew when to do what at certain times. And even when teams do get open looks, I feel like the Warriors put them in a state where they're out of rhythm. So those open looks are open, but they just aren't going down because they're out of rhythm for the Warriors. Or they're giving it to shooters who should be like shooting that shot, the Warriors who would want them to shoot that shot. And I feel like in a lot of instances, even though like I'll give you some examples, for example, Aaron Gordon's a shooter. We all agree. I think he shoots the ball very well. But in an entire lineup composing everybody who is in that starting 5, I think the person you want them to shoot the most jumpers is probably Aaron Gordon. Not to say that he's like a bad shooter per se, but like in a scheme where you want Aaron Gordon to be their scorer and he gives you 50, it's like a you know what you got it like, and he
Hey,
makes 10
yeah.
threes. It's like bro, I can okay, I understand that. Or like I'll give you another example. For example, Houston, I was watching these last night, actually. Houston, when we played them in the postseason, Fred VanVleet can shoot the ball, but isn't really the craziest up shooter. So you don't really get too fussed at him shooting threes a lot because he's not really some crazy level 3-point shooter. But when he makes a playoff career high night in 25 in a game 4 and has 8 threes, then you put your hands up. So there's some nights for the Warriors where their scheme actually makes sense, but the person who they left open or the person they don't mind scoring just ends up going for a career night. I mean, the Aaron
True.
Gordon had 10 threes in a game and missed 1 3 and was
Aaron Gordon. I would also mention Quentin Jackson from the Pacers. I would also mention what's bro
Ryan
name?
Rollins to some degree, but he's good though. I'll give him that.
Caleb
He's good.
Love.
Yeah. Caleb
Love.
Caleb Love going 6 of 14 being a 20% 3-point shooter is insane. Like that's just genuinely insane. That's the definition of variance. So again, I'm not gonna get mad when a player who doesn't shoot well from 3 is just hitting threes at an alarming rate. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The person I
Yeah.
get mad about the most is maybe Aaron Gordon because he is a much better shooter than people give him credit for, even myself. But 10 threes is ridiculous. You know what I mean? So that aside, I think even though we've been lacking wings, we've been making it up for in terms of just the stringness. Like everyone is in sync. When they're on defense, you can tell there's a communication factor now. The reason why we were so like animated about having a much better defense is that it felt like as if there was no communication with like the Warriors on defense. But now that they allowed Quinton Post to not be a switch big and more of a back line, you sit back a bit more, we'll tag and help, and you shot deny. It's been helping us get a lot more one and dones, and on top of that, allowing Post to be in better position for rebounds as well. So, but yeah, honestly, I think again the Warriors' defense this season has been great. I wanted to pull up some analytics as well about our defense, but let's just get into the game. I mean, Donovan Mitchell he had a great game, a great fourth quarter. But the Warriors were in command of that game for most of it. Like, I mean, it was a game in which we came in, it was really slow and rigid. The Cavs had a little bit of momentum, but in the second and third quarter, we kind of just took off. Like we were scoring a lot. Pat Spencer handling the ball. He was touching the paint quite frequently. Some shots were falling down as well, key shots. And I felt like we were getting like we were actually getting clutch stops and clutch baskets. Like I know how like Bob Fitzgerald, shout out to him, he always says stop, score. But it's kind of what we were doing in like certain situations where like we'd get a stop, we'd score the basketball, as simple as it sounds. So what did you guys think? Obviously, Pat Spencer, what did you guys think of him in that game as well? Because I thought he was amazing. Gifted alluded to this when he hit that big three. He was waving to the fans goodbye when he made the clutch free throws to tell him to go home. So like what did you guys think of the performance?
It meant a lot because a loss would have been heartbreaking. I know there's no steps, so like we don't have like a high bar for the team, but you never want to lose that many games in a row because then things are, I would say, then it's like you have to start panicking. What I did like about this though, in terms of the big, like just them winning alone provided such a big morale boost. And I can't say this enough, man. Like to beat Cleveland where they had their guys playing and we were undermanned was good, right? To see like posting like other players hit big time plays. Like to me, that was them playing against a really competent team and actually beating them. And it felt like we were the better team in that game. And just being able to say that knowing that Steph Curry didn't play, some other guys got hurt. It was a
Jimmy Butler didn't play.
Yeah, like so many forces were against us, KB. But the cherry on top for me, predicting the end of the game. When I saw Darius Garland go to that free throw line and the whole chat is saying 90% shooter, get it, 90% shooter. I've seen this movie before.
Yeah,
and thankfully it played out for us.
I actually don't know. I feel like that's actually really concerning. I don't know what happens to him in the clutch when he's at the free throw line. This dude just can't hit free throws anymore. Like it's actually insane. Why are the Heat up 13-0? 2 minutes into the game. My bad.
Wait. Oh, sorry. I was going to ask who they playing.
I was about to pull up the game. Go ahead.
Orlando. But yeah,
Okay.
I don't know what I don't know what that is because that was even an issue last season where he would miss like 3 out of 4 like in the clutch. I remember the Houston game.
The Houston game's the one. Yeah.
But no, I'll be honest with you. I think in terms of the Cavs game, bro, like it was excellent showing from everyone. I'm not gonna lie. I think again, Pat Spencer is great. I thought Quinton Post was excellent. That was his best game, like during this road trip by far, in my opinion. I thought he was really, really good defensively as well. He did an excellent job on Evan Mobley. Like I don't think people give him a lot of credit in terms of handling that assignment. Great. I thought he did great in the pick and rolls as well. He was really, really good. Guy Santos was good in spurts as well too. Like everyone kind of pitched in a little in terms of baskets needed. So much so that we had Brandon Pajemski acting out of character in terms of his shot selection. This is the first time I've seen Brandon Pajemski this aggressive in terms of his scoring diet, like ever in all of his years playing. And the fact that it's now when a two-way player could be possibly taking your job is out of this world. It's genuinely outrageous, bro. That's the craziest part. But we'll talk. We're gonna have to discuss about this too, even though it is kind of drama filled. Obviously, there's a certain player that didn't get to play in the fourth quarter outside of Brandon Pajemski. Jonathan Kuminga.
Well, he played, but he only played like 2 minutes. He grabbed a rebound and then committed a loose ball foul.
Yeah, so he got yoinked pretty quickly. But as the soccer fans would say, he got hooked. But he pretty much got subbed out during the game. And another fourth quarter where he barely played. I'll say not played at all, but barely played. And how did you guys feel about it? There was obviously videos of Kuminga being very upset about not being able to close and help his team, and Draymond was trying to calm him down. As the irony of Draymond calming someone down while they're angry.
Well, let me say something, bro. The amount of bail that I saw after that game for Jonathan Kuminga was insane. The guy was 1 for 10 from the field.
He was really bad that game.
He was really bad. He was 1 for 10. I was told, a couple seasons ago that going 0 for 10 was like the worst thing ever. You shouldn't even be in the league anymore if you go 0 for 10. But now 1 for 10 is like, I mean, bro, like he's trying. It's just very odd to me, The
Yeah,
differences.
it genuinely is. I don't think this is something that I don't know how to put it. I don't think this is something that like should be talked about a lot because it's an ongoing issue, but I'm just tired of discussing it. Is that you know what I mean? And I think when it comes to Kaminga, I watch games when he plays well, and I'm like, bro, when you play good, you're really good. But when you play bad, bro, it's just
That
when you
floor is in
play
hell.
bad, you're very like when you play bad, it's you're unplayable. And when you play good, it's we really need you on the floor. Like there's not a consistency when it comes to him. And like I thought we were gonna see a turning point when obviously the first 5 games happened, but I don't know what happened to him since he came back from injury. It's like his mentality has shifted. When he came into the season, he was just willing to just play the Warrior style of basketball, which has been good, and he was really effective. He was one of our
He
best.
was really good at
He was really, really good. And then when he came back, he just started playing more selfishly again, like looking for his own shot, trying to get himself going. And to some degree, I'm not mad at him for it because during those games where he was trying to look for his own shot, there wasn't really a lot of creation on the floor. So he was trying to like be the guy to go, you know what? Let me try to help the team out. But it's just some possessions where it's just not needed. I think like when you roll to the basket, when you do those things, when someone drives and kicks with like a Pat Spencer and you cut to the paint, I think that helps us a lot more versus you trying to be in the pick and roll, which is something that you have consistently been not good at. So I for me, it's just only a matter of time. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. It's only a matter of time until he's gone, bro. And I'm not saying it in a matter of like disrespectfully. I just think it's like, bro, it's just not gonna work out here, bro. That's what it is.
I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. For me, it's rough because he's been a flashes guy since he got drafted very consistently. Where like, okay, he had like a perfect game against the Bulls, didn't play the fourth quarter for some reason, and I'm like, yes, he did get hold at times with consistent leash from Kerr, where Kerr extends a leash to other players like Pods at times over him, and it is aggravating. Like that is a fair point to make. However, we got to keep it a band, bro. Like I'm not a stan of any player on this team. And for Jonathan Kuminga to come out and have the starts of the season, and on top of that preseason, because again, we were giving him flowers all preseason when everyone was shitting on him. And in the first 5 games, he played really, really well. But then after the injury came back, different player. And I'm watching him and I'm like, bro, you can't dribble. The ball is falling off of your leg. Your defense is atrocious. You're not making threes. Every three is a turnover, is what it feels like.
You can't dribble, can't make a read, it seems. He's just driving into the last couple games he's been driving into Evan Mobley and Joel Embiid at the rim like over and over again.
Joel Embiid, I'm not really mad at because he can't really jump like that. But Evan Mobley,
and it looks forced though. Like it looks like a bad possession. Cause like he'll have times, right, where like he'll drive and he'll get there and he'll pause and think and still do it. And then get blocked or like a bad miss. And then sometimes he'll foul right after it. So it really sinks in just how bad it was. And I feel bad because him missing time for some reason, and I'm not trying to be an asshole when I say this, but we move the ball way better. And it just looked apparent so badly. I didn't want to put that on him. And then he came back and it was
you're right though. When he came back, he was a ball stopper. It's unfortunate. When he was playing, he wasn't a ball stopper. You see, like we were watching against Portland against the Lakers, he was dribbling with his head up. He was looking to see. I was watching him look for Steph during a fast break instead of trying to
literally
go in there and do whatever he usually does. Like it's like a mentality shift that changed back like 180. It was a 180 of he wasn't playing for the team, he was kind of playing a bit selfishly. Comes in this year, plays a selfless brand of basketball, and I feel like as an individual, he was playing his best basketball, even from a statistical standpoint. He wasn't.
He really was.
But his points were very effective, and defensively and offensively, he was great. Just taking whatever the defense gave him. Now it's back to the other side of trying to just prove a point and just not really going to help us. So
and that's ironically what got him to a spot where Kerr's not playing him. And ironically, I feel bad because again, this is in a contract season for him, and it's like you get the money, you get all this, and again, like. I don't know who is trying to advise him or talk to him, but literally, I saw you fit this team well. No one can say shit, Denver. As soon as he goes down, here come the narratives, all this stuff. And maybe that's getting to him because there's also been like he'll be afraid to make a decision and be a ball stopper. And I think it's because he's just overthinking what to do. In those first 5 games, it wasn't overthinking. If anything, he was overpassing. And that was a good thing. But I feel like ultimately, KB, the problem is he's not a good enough player to keep him on the roster to tolerate the mood swings where it's good, it's bad, it's good, it's bad. We need to have consistency.
Yeah, my thing that I was talking about on stream the other day, like him being DNP like constantly is kind of crazy, especially now this season, considering he's now off of his rookie deal. He's making $23 million now. But in Kerr's defense, bro, he doesn't know what JK he's gonna get on any given night. Literally. Like there's no possible way to know like who he's actually gonna be able to fit with. Especially after this road trip where he has seemingly not been able to fit with any lineup on the floor, so him not playing is just like I don't really know. Like I think Kerr is just like I don't know like what or like where to go,
you want me to
like
do?
what to do.
Yeah.
Genuinely, what do you want me to do? Like and that's why like I don't get mad at Steve because it's like. I'll get mad at him for like benching Seth Curry and giving DMPs to him because I think he's a good player and he deserves minutes. But I won't get mad at you for not playing Kuminga a lot of minutes when he comes in. He doesn't know what he's doing. He looks bad. And then when you sub him and Guy Santos comes in, he does everything you need him to do. Rebound, play hard, play defense, shoot the ball.
And he's played some good minutes. I mean.
And he gives you good minutes. And it's just like, at the end of the day, as a coach, you're just trying to play who's going to help you the most and give you those wins. And as of right now, Kuminga just, as much as he's trying to do that, he's more so getting in the way than helping. And I'm not trying to say that disrespectfully. It's just how it is. So I just, again, like I'll reiterate it. It's just only a matter of time until he gets traded. So I don't think he's going to be here that much longer. And hopefully whatever destination he goes to, he genuinely flourishes because I think he deserves that.
I don't want him to fail. I don't want him to fail.
I just don't think
it's just not going to happen here.
Yeah, it's just not going to happen here. But I just want to quickly say as well, just a quick little segment about the Warriors as well. We are 6th in opponent field goal percentage. We are 5th in opponent 3-point percentage. We are 4th in opponent free throw percentage as well, just to put that out there. So teams are not
scaring them at the line too.
No, not free throw percentage. Did I say free throw percentage or attempts?
Percentage.
Attempts, sorry.
Okay.
Attempts. So teams
Nah,
shoot.
percent, man. We strike fear into him at the line, man.
Nah, with teams shoot in terms of percentages, I think. Let me see. We're at 28 actually. The team shoot 80% when they get there, so we don't strike fear in them. They are taking those points, quite frankly.
Mhm.
But yeah, that's just a quick little nugget about the Warriors defense. I mean, they've been, bro, they've been great. I don't know what to say. And this is all season, by the way. It's not just like a last 5 game thing. This has been throughout the entire season. So they've been absolutely excellent. And speaking of excellent, I mean, another excellent road win. Back-to-back games. One in Cleveland, the next one in Chicago.
And that was belt.
And the Warriors, like, it's crazy how the Warriors offense is. Obviously, it's one of the worst in the league this season. But the fact that we shot so poorly to then
It's the
having
fact that the defense has been so elite that is the reason why we're winning these games.
yeah, it is. But then also the reason why we've been hard on our defense too is because we don't score. I feel like because we don't score, it feels like our defense is bad. When I felt like if we were just scoring, the defense would look good. You know what I mean? So, and Gifted, I agree with you. But bro, I just think, bro, it's only a matter of time until the shooting variants kind of favor us again because we haven't had a good shooting night in so long. So
Fair.
the
Yeah.
Warriors play Chicago, and I'll just tell you the score now. It was a battering, 91-123, and I mean we took over from the jump. We had like a 13-4 start or something. We looked like we were rolling, in the game. I'm saying in the first quarter.
Yeah.
But I think, bro, we were just shooting the ball extremely well. Like I'll pull up the stat sheet right now in terms of who was doing well and whatnot, but we were doing extremely well, bro. Like the Warriors shot as a team 22 of 47 from three, 47% from the 3-point line, 50% from the field, 68% at the free throw line. But bro, when I say Chicago didn't get anything, we held them to 36% field goal percentage. They shot 43 and only made 11, shooting 28%. And they made all of their free throws to be fair. But they didn't get anything out of anybody. I mean, I'm looking at the stat sheet right now in terms of who was scoring and whatnot, and it just wasn't really much. I'm not gonna lie. Like their leading scorer had 18 points, and that was from Josh Giddey, but he was 6 of 15. The next person, Mattis Buzelis, or I hope I'm not pronouncing that wrong. But he was 7 of 12. And I mean, Kobe White, 3 of 10. I was supposed to say Jokic. Nikola Vucevic, 4 of 13. Josh Giddey, like I said, 6 of 15. DeSumo, 1 of 6. I mean, Zach Collins, 1 of 7. Patrick Williams, 1 of 6. I mean, the Warriors were shutting shit down, respectfully, bro. Like the plus minuses for Chicago were insane. They're plus. Buzelis was minus 30. Vucevic was a minus 28. Kobe White was a minus 27. DeSumo was a minus 35. And
Oof.
Josh Giddey was a minus 21. I mean, they were just like, we were destroying them. We had a
And
38-point first quarter.
what
And Josh had to carry that.
Yeah, one thing that was interesting about this game is that we really weren't even up like 30 until the fourth. We were up by about
Right.
23, 24 points, and they made
Yeah.
a huge run, cut the lead to like 12. And then we just came in, we bounced back, pushed the lead to like 35. That was crazy.
Yeah, bro. It was the
Especially
most like it reminded you know what's crazy? And no, it didn't remind me of the Chicago game last year because we were down. But like resilience wise, it reminded me in terms of like we came in, we weren't shooting the ball well, but we stuck with our plan. And I felt like the players who should have been making shots a long time ago just started making shots. I mean, we could talk about the Warriors and what they were doing. I mean, Jimmy Butler had 19, 5 of 10, 5 of 10 from the field, 7 of 10 from the free throw line, plus 29. I mean, he was fantastic. Damn. That's crazy. Quentin Post, 19 points, 4 rebounds, 1 block, 1 steal, 7 of 14, 5 of 10 from the 3-point line. Buddy Hield, 1 of 5, shout out Gifted. Pat Spencer, 12 points, 5 rebounds, 6 assists. He was great as well. Will Richard poured in 9 points. Moses Moody had 11 with 3 main threes. Melton had 3 main threes. Brandon Pajemski had 21 off the bench. He made 5 threes. I mean, everyone pitched in today, and the 3-point shooting across everyone not everyone, but yeah, most people on the roster made a 3 today, or a multitude of 3s. So like, it was a great offensive outing from everybody. It's funny enough how like Brandon Pajemski had the game that he had. Oh no, never mind. Oh, this is why this is so skewed. You guys guess what his plus minus is?
Oh
I think it
God,
was like a 20. I think it was like a 22.
He was a plus 20. It's so fake though because
he's getting the mad back on his side.
no, because bro, he was playing in the low leverage minutes, just boosted his
Yeah.
percentages. Like I remember in the fourth quarter, he was just chilling in there, and I'm like, damn, this plus minus about to skyrocket, bro, and it did. But it was a good win. It was genuinely a good win against the Chicago team that lost 7 straight now. But like, it was a good win, bro. Honestly, what did you guys think of again the guys like Jimmy Butler's first came back? How did you think of his performance in particular?
I thought Jimmy was good. I felt like he let the game come to him, and I think he really figured things out at the end. But to be honest, Jimmy's not the first name I go to. QP was everything, man. And I know he got dunked on in this game. It happens, but like his
It's Montes
impact,
Buzelis.
yeah, like his impact on both ends really came through in this game, and I feel like he was a huge part of why we were able to go up with such a commanding lead early. I think he really played well.
Yeah, I think so too. Shout out to Post as well. I thought he was great again in this game, and I felt like his 3-point shot finally, deservingly so, just started to go down. Like
Yeah,
I felt like he was someone who was struggling to shoot from three, and it was a matter of time where his shots would start to fall. I mean, he's a great shooter in my opinion, and I think he could continue to be a great shooter for the Warriors, which is why I don't want Miles Turner. But like I was saying, what,
you
what
said
did
that so
you?
fast.
What did you guys think of BPOS that night? I will say this.
He was fine. He was all
I
right.
think he was solid. Yeah.
Yeah, but we not trying to talk about this nigga. I'm down. We can skip it. I mean, shit. Like, I'd be sounding like a true hater if I really ignored it, and I will ignore it because I'm not thinking this is real. But he played a good game. I thought he was much more decisive. I thought the shots he was taking were like you could tell he was shooting the ball with more confidence. The only thing I wish is that he would play like that more, where he would look for his own shot a bit more. I mean, the self creation is still a bit iffy, but when it's 1 to 3 dribbles, I think he's still decent. Um, but nah, I feel like this is the only reason why he's playing well is because Pat Spencer's gunning for his position. That's truly why I believe it. I'm not gonna lie to you. That's why I believe it.
I mean, like it exists all over this roster where like they add 2 new guys. I was like, oh shit, I gotta start hooping because D-Milk coming for that chain. Kerr doesn't fuck with Curry, so Seth Curry can't come for the chain, but
Yeah,
it's the thing.
he didn't play this game.
Which makes me so mad because Buddy Hield was 1 for 5. Like I get so mad with this Buddy Hield shit
I
week
will
to week,
say
bro.
though, okay,
And it
I
was
will say,
garbage time.
I'm not gonna
Yeah, he
lie.
couldn't even.
I will say this though. I'm surprised at Buddy Hield's defense. Genuinely.
His defense has been good since last year.
Let me say this.
Yeah.
I'm not saying he's some world-renowned defender. I think he's still bad on defense. But for these games that we've been playing, like Philly, Cleveland, and Chicago, I think he's done pretty like a decent job. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. Like he's done decent. I'll be honest. He wasn't as ass as I thought he was. Like against OKC,
Okay.
it was against OKC
Yeah.
and Shea, he was getting fried. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like against Philly, against Donovan Mitchell, led Cleveland Cavaliers, and then obviously Chicago.
I mean,
with
D
Josh
Mitch wasn't
Giddey.
missing no 3 in that fourth quarter, though.
Yeah, that's not really him. That's just Donovan Mitchell turning up. I'll be honest with you. Like, I thought he wasn't that bad. Now, can Seth Curry play instead of him? Absolutely. But I would just wanted to give a shout out to him because I didn't think he was like the worst player. To me, he's been getting fried every time someone attempted a shot over him. I don't know. For me, I feel like he's been doing a decent job. Especially.
I just feel like you feel bad for him. So like I feel like you feel bad for him because to be fair to Buddy Hield, even though I think he's been shit, I do think he's been put in a unique spot where for whatever reason in the third and fourth quarters he's guarding the best player. Yeah, he has to go like God, like that. That is tough. I do give him grace with that, and that can obviously impact your legs, which obviously impacts your shot on the other end. So I do want to give him some grace there.
He gives effort on defense. Like he
does give effort.
I'm
a
firm believer in effort isn't always like a thing where it's a great thing. Like I think Kyrie Irving gives great effort on defense. I don't think he's a good defender. That's just a pure example for me. Like, but
true.
Buddy, I will say this though, even though he doesn't have his legs for his jumper, I always see him picking up full court. I always see him chasing. I've always seen him try to stay on ball as much as he can, even though he gets fried. And I think sometimes he does a good job.
Yeah, he was great in the playoffs defensively.
Yeah, bro. That's what I'm saying. Like, I remember him guarding like Fred VanVleet, Jalen Green. He was getting like we were throwing lanes, and he was getting into the lanes. He was picking off like deflections and whatnot. Like, bro, he gets his hands into the defense. Like, it just And to me, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not saying he's this world-renowned defender. I'm not even saying he's a good one. I'm just saying I appreciate that. That's all I'm really trying to say. You feel me? So
And that's why I'm trying to like calm down with the Buddy Hield slander, because to be fair, like I need to remember that he is a variance player. I think what frustrates me is the fact that I know he's a variance player, but Kerr don't. And it's like I feel like, well, if you're a variance player, you should probably get variance minutes. And
yeah, I'm not
I
gonna lie.
just,
Seeing Kuminga's a variance guy, but not Buddy Hield is crazy. I'm gonna be honest with you.
that's all I'm saying. Yeah,
I agree with you on that one.
tough.
But no, that's a huge win in Chicago. And again, a long break for the Warriors. We don't play again until Friday. We have like a 4-day break or whatnot. And it's good. I think the Warriors definitely needed it after this gruesome schedule that they've had. They managed to come out and be, what are they now? One game above 500?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know what the record is, but one game above 500
With
and
the second best defense in the league.
one game above 500 with the second
apparently.
best defense in the league, man. It's crazy. But obviously, the good news is Steph is back on Friday, and we can kind of preview the games going ahead. But I feel like we should get into a deeper dive about Friday because it's a big matchup. Minnesota's coming into town. Anthony Edwards is playing ridiculous basketball, averaging 30.
That's a huge matchup for us.
And yeah, man, honestly, I don't know if Draymond will be back because he had a foot sprain. I believe he's probably not going to be back. And I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to say we need Draymond, of course, defensively, but I want to see what this defense looks like without Draymond playing against a team like Minnesota with a guard like Ant. I'm not going to lie. I truly do. Because we play Mitchell, we Maxey.
Bro, but we need, man, what if Rudy Gobert tries something? Who's going to check him?
Man, we got Jimmy for that, bro. We good. I don't know. We got Jimmy
He
for
just
that.
got ejected from the game, I think.
I'm not gonna lie, buddy. All Buddy have to do is just bite him. He's finished. But I'm being completely honest with you, bro. Like,
as his ultimate, you just see press F.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Lorenz. Look at the chat. You tell me he doesn't bite him right now. He's not, bro. That's he's finished. That's a life sentence, genuinely, bro. What was I gonna say? Yeah, bro. Let's get into this Minnesota matchup. So, what do you guys think going forward with Steph?
Yeah, so I want to say a couple of things about this matchup. I know that we don't look into seeding too much because it's still early season, but at some point we're gonna have to like inch towards that. The fact that this team who has not had Steph Curry for a good chunk of these games has blown a lot of easy opportunities and is still not that far from the 5 seed, I think is very impressive. This is a big game because right now Minnesota is the 6th seed and we need to basically overcome them. If we're able to win the game, that's going to, pay huge dividend because, again, having wins as a leg up is important. So I'm happy for the matchup, though. We'll see what happens.
I agree. Denver, man, talk to me, bro. Huge matchup.
I feel like it's going to come down to, Ant is going to do what he does. That's a given.
I
feel like it's more so about not letting like a Jaden McDaniels get his offense.
Julius Randle.
Julius Randle, yeah. Nas Reed, he's been kind of up and down this year, so I don't know. That might be another.
You can pencil 18 for him, bro. He's a Warriors killer, man. He always plays well against us, bro. Man. But yeah, you're right. Sorry to continue, please. It just not when you said Nas Reed, I'm not gonna lie, like hair stood up.
But I was like Nas Reed because even though he's been up and down this year, you'd also don't want to let him see out of 2 threes go in, and then because that starts to get very bad. But I feel like it's gonna come down to that, and also what type of game you're gonna get for. Well, actually, I don't even know who we are gonna be playing. Because I think that D-Mel should play that game, right?
D-Mel should play, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, D-Mel should play, but I don't know if we're playing like Seth Curry or,
no idea.
Like that. So, I don't know. It's a little bit up in the air, but I think that's like the majority of what I'm kind of paying attention to.
I think this is the B-Pause Diamond Tester game for me.
Diamond Test. That shit's been fake for years, nigga.
No. I know, but
there's nothing to test. I'm just looking right now.
In the lens of this game, though, like,
what are we testing for?
If he can do something close to what he did last game.
No, I'm letting you know now. The diamond's been fake. They're from Temu. They're not real.
Even if he does, that's not something that you should count on.
Yeah, it's not at all.
This is fact.
Steph coming back. Again, obviously, I'm looking forward to it. I think he was low. If a game was on like Wednesday, I think he's ready to come back. But glad that he has a longer break.
I
I
like how
feel
they
like
took time with him. Yeah.
exactly. So he gets to run a team practice, I believe, tomorrow when the pod comes out as well. So we'll see what they say with the updates from there. But in terms of the game for me, I think it's going to be very important. Obviously, you had two big wins, but coming back into home, you've been great at home in terms of one of the best home teams in the league. But Minnesota's been great. Anthony Edwards more so has been excellent this season, and you have to be able to stop them in some level of capacity. I mean, you know what Ants are gonna do. My thing is Julius Randle. Like last season in the postseason, he was.
Warrior killer. Yeah.
I don't think he's a warrior killer, but bro, he was hitting every red contested jump shot. I was watching
He was
Draymond.
killing us.
I was watching Draymond literally high five his contest, but it was just green. He was hitting like just everything. So like again, you put your sleeve, you put your heart on that defensive end, and I feel like you come out with the win because when you have Steph Curry on your team, I truly believe anything is possible on any given night. He's proven that multiple times. So, but the others do matter. I think Jimmy in this game is going to be huge. I feel like another person who's actually huge for us in this game is Quinton. And I say this all the time, but in
Oh yeah.
particular, Steve, you've come to a point now where the defense is great without Gary Payton. You've come to a point now where the defense is great without Jonathan Kuminga. Obviously, when Draymond Green is on the floor, it's even better, but he brings a lot of other things offensively on the floor. And he still shoots better than the other two players that I named. I do not want to see lineups where we allow Rudy Gobert to roam. That is the last thing that I want to see. With Quinton being able to shoot the ball, with Jimmy being a creator and someone who can get downhill, with Pat Spencer also being able someone who can get downhill in the pick and roll, with B-Pod streaky shooting and him just shitting himself. With the other guards who can shoot the ball, DeAnthony Melton, Seth Curry, Steph Curry, Moses Moody, Will Richard, the list goes on. There should not be a lineup where Rudy Gobert is allowed to roam off of a player such as Gary Payton II. The only time I would like to see Gary Payton in the game is if most of our defenders are getting fried by Ant and Gary, who does a decent job on that, I would say, comes in for some defensive possessions to kind of slow it down. But for the love of God, please do not allow Rudy to be getting a Gary Payton II on him, bro, because it's just going to be fries. But yeah, I think we're going to win this game. I'll say that now. With Steph coming back at home, 10 p.m. on NBA TV. I think it's going to be an important game. But then our next couple of games are still spread out. Sunday, we play Portland at Portland. This is going to be a very tough game. I think we're 0-2 against them this year. Yeah, man, I truly believe that's going to be another tougher game. What do you guys have for that? It's away in Portland.
Portland has had our number this season. I'm not gonna lie.
They've been frying us.
I'll be honest with you. These next two game guys are must wins. So I'm just letting you know how I stand on it, man. They're must wins for me, at least.
They are must win. They are must wins. I would agree with you there. Oh,
so you talking this as a loss?
I think with Portland, they've been losing games as of late. They weren't as hot as they were at the early part of the season.
But that's the worst part.
I know, because that means against us, like, yes. So like it could be that. I think for me in limited games, and again, I will be watching some more games of Portland ahead of I would say our matchup. Tumani hasn't been as great offensively, which has been a problem for them as of late. I still think the biggest thing you pointed out the last time we played MKB is, are the Warriors going to realize, go to the paint against this team? If we do that, I think we can generate more opportunities to actually win that game.
Yep. I believe this. I believe so as well, bro. I think in terms of, let me just double check really quickly. The Portland Trailblazers ranked 23rd in opponent field goal percentage, by the way. I'm just letting you know right now. Opponent 2-point field goal percentage, I'm going to check, but their defense just has not been really like something that's been insane this season. I mean, when it comes to as well 3-point percentage for opponents, I believe they're in it amongst like the mid-tier group, I think. Let me see. They're 12th, so they play decent defensively when it comes to the 3-point line now, but like I think they're a team that has size, but in terms of like guarding the rim, I don't think they're anything too crazy. Like they seem pretty open. And then on top of that, they're a 5-0 offense with one of the worst shooting teams in the league. Does that make sense? No. So like I truly
I
don't
mean,
know.
that's why Pat Spencer is going to be so big because again, what we've seen him do consistently is break it and get to the paint. Like
Exactly.
he's been
And
consistent.
I'll be honest
Yeah.
with you, with a team like that, they're going to start collapsing. Then it's swing, swing, then you shoot your shots that you always shoot. So for me, I have worries going back to back wins, bro. As shaky as we've been, I feel like this is our turning point. I think those two big wins will kind of allow us to just, kind of just take the rust off per se and allow us to get these two big wins. And I think we're gonna start rolling pretty soon, man. But I have us winning that game. What do you guys got?
I have 1-1, and I'll say that because I think the first game, Steph coming back, I think he's gonna be trying to figure things out a bit. I actually think we do beat Portland. I think we lose narrowly to the Wolves. Ant has been on the heater. I think Julius Randle is also starting to play a bit better basketball as well, but they're both winnable games. I want us
I
to win
mean,
both games. I just have us, splitting there.
I hear it. Never. What you got, bro?
Uh, I got us 1-1. I think that we will come out swinging against the T Wolves, and then I'm not gonna they gotta show me that they can beat the Blazers because they haven't been able to beat them in the
Mm-hmm.
I
preseason.
feel
Well,
you on that.
actually, the preseason they came back and won, but during the season they've just gotten run out of the gym.
Yeah, the
And it
home
has
game was
really,
much closer, but I feel like late game
yeah,
execution was. To be
yeah.
fair, as much as
Fair.
the home game was bad from everyone else outside of Steph, bro, we can't really see Caleb Love going 6 of 14 again. Hopefully, I'm not jinxing our team, but like, bro, it's just like they're one of the worst 3-point shooting teams in the league. And if they do this shit one more time, then I guess they just have our number. But like, bro, I just don't see it happening. That's why I have us going 2-0. I think the Wolves game is more likely for us to win than Portland. I will say that, but that's not to count the Wolves out at all. It's just with Steph coming back, I feel like there's a momentum to it, and I don't think it's going to be the same like when Steph came back versus OKC when he was sick and he was fatigued. This is more so an injury where he comes back and he's able to just kind of feel it out better in terms
Wait,
of like
are we above 500 right now?
one game.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh yeah, never mind. Undefeated because the Wolves struggle with teams that are literally one game above 500. So
they do.
if we're that, I got us beating the Wolves.
Apparently,
It'll be close. It'll be close
they
though.
have the New York Knicks syndrome from last year, but like,
Dang.
I'm with you. I got 2-0 as well. And the last game of the week because the next game we play is going to be Thursday, and then after that is going to be Saturday on the. So actually, no, it's going to be a 2-game cover. No, it's going to be 2 games. Sorry. So yeah, that's only those 2 games that we preview, man. So 2-0.
Cool.
Unfortunately, next week's episode is probably going to be a bit shorter. We'll probably talk about more things in terms of trades and whatnot as the rumors continue. But that's going to wrap it up for today's episode. Like I said, man, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on post notifications to be notified when we next upload. The last Gold-Blooded episode on this platform that has given us some wonderful memories. So I will say, shout out to Playback. Hopefully, the owners, the people who helped develop this app, will continue to thrive in other fields. Hopefully, we will get to see this app maybe through a different company that's been able to somewhat keep the same level of playback
I'm
in
gonna
terms
put out one more segment real quick since we're leaving.
of. But yeah, man, I like I said, I don't want to make this too sobby because at the end of the day, we still are gonna move forward. We're still gonna watch games. We're still gonna do everything like we did on YouTube, but just solely on YouTube now. So yeah, man, like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on post notifications to be notified when we next upload. We appreciate, we love, and support every single one of you guys, regardless. And yeah, man, we'll see y'all on YouTube.
Yep. Tap
Peace.
into the Discord and the Twitter com. Those links are going to be very, very important. This is legitimately not clickbait. I know I've clickbaited y'all a ton in this stream. This is our last stream. There will not be another Gold-Blooded fire up on this platform. We're done. But we're not done streaming. Gold-Blooded is not ending. We are going to be on YouTube for both the pod and also game watches. Tap into the Discord if you want to still be a part of the streaming experience for games and all that stuff. Because this is it.
People in chat are saying why. Damn. Y'all don't know.
Yeah, playback gone, bro. But listen, we still.
Oh yeah, they probably don't know that.
Yeah,
Which is
playback
hilarious.
on. But like, yeah, man. Like, comment, and subscribe, turn on post notifications if you know if I will next upload. Like Gifted said, all those links will be in the description. I got y'all. Discord will be in the description. Twitter will be in the description. TikTok, all
If you're
that stuff.
confused, watch the VOD back because the VOD will be up here. We'll leave it up for y'all. But playback is closing effectively Friday, 6 Eastern time in case y'all missed it.
Yes, exactly. So yeah, make sure y'all subscribe to the YouTube, all that good stuff, and we'll catch y'all in the next stream. We'll be on YouTube. So if you watch the playback or if you watch the Gold-Blooded streams already on YouTube, we'll catch y'all there. And like I said, we appreciate and love the support of every single person in the community. And this is not the end. Gifted has to go, and we will also leave. So peace easy, man. All right, that's it.
Reincarnated.